We've all got two wolves in us, a good one and a bad one, and they both want to eat. The best I can tell, we just got to feed that good one a little more than the other one.
Thank you to the Academy for this, all 6,000 members. Thank you to the other nominees.
I need this film to be a box office success. You know, I need my performance to be acknowledged. I need the respect of my peers.
In the scandalous world of Hollywood, where anything and everything goes, Matthew McConaughey appears to have broken his silence on how he allegedly got a bead while on his quest for getting into Hollywood. So, what exactly did he say?
I wouldn't say it buys you happiness, though. It can buy you access to things you may want.
Before anything else, let's start from the very beginning. Matthew McConaughey was born in November 1969 in Texas. Even as a student, he was popular and even bagged an award titled Most Handsome Student. However, life at home wasn't exactly smooth for the young actor. He later revealed that he witnessed violent incidents as a child, but never really thought his parents were abusive, even though he acknowledged that others would probably perceive their actions as such. He said, "I was scared at the moment, but even then and immediately after that, I didn't ever question the love that mom and dad had or the love that they gave us." He added that as a parent himself, his approach is different compared to his parents, but he still doesn't think they were abusive and emphasized the fact that whenever he was hit, he'd earned it and had been up to no good. He also said that he and his wife focus on communicating as much as he can with his children, something that doesn't make sense to his mother. In his memoir, Green Lights, McConaughey reveals that though he would go on to embark on a Hollywood career, he originally wanted to go to law school and become a defense attorney, a plan he formulated and held on to since the 9th grade. That all changed when he learned the school he wanted to attend, SMU. He explains that its location in the metropolitan city of Dallas could present more opportunities for an internship at a law firm, cost over $8,000 a year. Meanwhile, his father hoped his son would go to the University of Texas. He decided to go to UT after learning the school only cost $5,000 a year because it's a public school and out of respect for his father's wishes. "Out of respect for my dad, I attended the University of Texas at Austin, but never told him why. I knew changing my mind would make Dad happy," he writes. After his mom suggested he become an exchange student, McConaughey felt that it could make for an adventurous and wild time. After committing to be an exchange student in Australia for 1 year, McConaughey stayed with a family in Warnervale, a town that had a population of 305. In his time there, he took a job as a bank teller at Australia and New Zealand Bank. He also worked as a boat mechanic, a photo processor, a barrister's assistant, a construction worker, and an assistant golf pro. It was a year that shaped who I am today, a year when I found myself because I was forced to. Now, the breakthrough moment came with a supporting performance in the iconic coming-of-age comedy, Dazed and Confused. The film, directed by Richard Linklater, served as a launchpad for McConaughey, setting the stage for a career that would transcend genres and captivate audiences across the decades. Following his memorable turn in Dazed and Confused, McConaughey's career trajectory experienced a pivotal shift. His initial years in Hollywood were marked by a series of supporting roles, each contributing to the honing of his craft. However, it was the legal drama A Time to that catapulted him into the spotlight as a leading man. In the film, based on John Grisham's novel, McConaughey delivered a compelling performance, earning acclaim for his portrayal of attorney Jake Brigance. This marked a turning point in his career as he seamlessly transitioned from supporting roles to the forefront of the industry. As the late 1990s unfolded, McConaughey's star continued to rise with a string of diverse lead roles. The science fiction film Contact showcased his ability to navigate complex narratives, while the historical drama Amistad allowed him to delve into emotionally charged storytelling. His commitment to authenticity and his charismatic on-screen presence established McConaughey as a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood. The dawn of the new millennium brought about a chapter in McConaughey's career that would solidify his standing as not just an actor, but a leading man with widespread appeal. The 2000s saw him venturing into romantic comedies, a genre that would become synonymous with his name. Films such as The Wedding Planner, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Failure to Launch, Fool's Gold and Ghosts of Girlfriends Past showcased his innate charm and comedic timing, earning him the status of a S symbol. These romantic comedies not only propelled McConaughey into the hearts of audiences worldwide, but also demonstrated his ability to bring a lighthearted touch to the silver screen. His magnetic charisma and undeniable chemistry with his leading ladies contributed to the success of these films, making him a sought-after presence in the industry. But things weren't always so smooth for the actor. While opening up about his experiences growing up in his memoir, Greenlights, Matthew McConaughey has also been transparent about some of the most traumatic experiences he's lived through. He wrote that his first brush with S wasn't pleasant, and that he was essentially forced into it. He explained that he was 15 years old when it happened, and it was a case of blackmail. He wrote, "I was certain I was going to hell for the premarital S. Today, I am merely certain that I hope that's not the case." The actor, who first opened up about the experiences in his 2020 memoir Greenlights, reflected on the ugly experiences on Amanda de Cadenet's podcast, The Conversation About the Men. In Greenlights, the Oscar winner revealed he was essayed by a man at the age of 18 while knocked unconscious in the back of a van. He also said he was blackmailed into having S for the first time when I was 15. During his conversation with de Cadenet, the Interstellar actor said, "I'm not going to be afraid of relationships because my first experience was blackmail. That's an aberration. No, that's not the way it is. And if I go on, and I'm not going to let it beat me," he continued, adding, "Am I denying that it happened? No, I'm not denying that it happened. It happened." He said he chose not to bring that baggage into his life, or how I treat people and how I trust people and how I look at circumstances, the risk I may take. McConaughey also said, "After that, I got to have some healthy S relations and have girls that I liked and liked me, and we slowly got intimate, and it was beautiful and clumsy and all those things, but it wasn't ugly like that was." Now, despite his childhood challenges, Matthew McConaughey's ascent to stardom was undeniably marked by the adoration of countless fans who fell in love with his charismatic performances in romantic comedies. However, this success came with a price. The actor found himself confined within the constraints of a stereotype that stifled his artistic exploration and hindered his growth. Yearning for fresh challenges, McConaughey made the audacious decision to break free from the predictable mold of rom-coms, unaware that this quest for diversity would plunge him into a period of rejection and abandonment by an industry that had once embraced him. In a revealing interview with Good Morning America, McConaughey opened up about the formidable challenges he faced when attempting to transition away from romantic comedies. The heartthrob, once synonymous with love-struck laughter, encountered unexpected resistance as he sought roles that would push his creative boundaries. Who could blame him for desiring a departure from the cliché narratives that had defined his earlier career? Yet, Hollywood, with its capricious nature, offered him no exciting opportunities for a staggering 20 months, a veritable eternity, in the fast-paced world of showbiz. The very industry that had once applauded his charming performances now turned its back on him just as he yearned to evolve as an actor. The harsh reality of this career transition left McConaughey feeling forgotten and overlooked, a stark contrast to the adulation he had once basked in. The McConaissance, a term coined to describe his resurgence as an actor, was underway, but the actor couldn't shake the feeling of indifference from an industry that had seemingly discarded him the moment he dared to step beyond the confinements they had set. As he navigated this challenging period, McConaughey also grappled with the discriminatory tendencies that permeate Hollywood's glittering facade. In a candid interview, he fearlessly addressed the prevalent left-wing and secular culture within the industry, questioning why his values faced disapproval while other religious beliefs were more readily accepted. His revelations sent shockwaves through Hollywood, sparking intense debates on discrimination within its glamorous walls. The apex of McConaughey's confrontation with discrimination unfolded during a star-studded awards ceremony. Picture this: the actor, on the precipice of accepting a prestigious award, chose to express gratitude to God in his acceptance speech. However, not everyone in the room shared in the divine vibes he sought to convey. Some of his purported friends and fellow celebrities responded with cold indifference. These were the same individuals who had once shared prayers with him during dinners, now adopting a holier-than-thou demeanor by withholding applause during his God-thanking moment.
I saw some of those people go to clap, but then noticed that, whoa, this could be a bad thing on my resume, and then sit back on their hands.
The chilling silence spoke volumes about the unspoken prejudice McConaughey faced for his Christian beliefs. Was Hollywood ready to punish him for daring to embrace his faith openly? The scandalous snub ignited heated discussions within the industry, with some speculating that powerful figures in Hollywood were blacklisting the actor for his audacity to stand up for his values. But you know what they say, when one door closes, another one opens. And boy, did McConaughey find that open door. In 2013, he got the role of a lifetime in Dallas Buyers Club. He played the challenging character of Ron Woodroof, and oh my, did he give a performance for the ages. It was a transformative role that showcased his acting chops like never before, and Hollywood couldn't ignore him any longer. The critics went wild for his performance, and he earned himself the highest honor in the industry, the Academy Award for Best Actor in a Leading Role. Can you imagine the satisfaction he must have felt, standing on that stage, holding that golden statue, knowing he had conquered the industry that once turned its back on him? But McConaughey's journey to reclaim his career and redefine himself in Hollywood was not without its share of drama. As the actor started landing the kind of roles he had been longing for, rumors began swirling about the reasons behind his initial rejection by the industry. Some insiders whispered that McConaughey's decision to distance himself from the rom-com world had alienated influential producers and directors who were accustomed to cashing in on his heartthrob image. It was suggested that they were unwilling to take a risk on an actor who no longer fit neatly into the familiar and lucrative romantic comedy formula. As gossip columns picked up on these whispers, speculation grew that McConaughey had been blacklisted by Hollywood's elite, leaving him out in the cold for nearly 2 years. The so-called casting couch seemed to have no room for a once-beloved rom-com star turned aspiring dramatic actor. However, McConaughey's resilience and talent eventually prevailed, leading to a string of critically acclaimed performances that re-established him as one of Hollywood's most respected actors. The McConaissance was not just a personal triumph, but a powerful reminder of the fickleness of the entertainment industry and the challenges faced by those who dare to defy typecasting. The road to redemption was paved with numerous standout performances that captivated audiences and critics alike. In films like Mud, Interstellar, and True Detective, McConaughey showcased a depth and versatility previously unseen in his rom-com days.
You're a well-educated man, Coop, and a trained pilot.
And an engineer.
The world doesn't need any more engineers.
He immersed himself in complex characters, shedding his heartthrob persona to reveal the true artist within. Meanwhile, the upper echelons of Hollywood found themselves grappling with their own internal reckoning. Both critics and ardent fans began to scrutinize the industry's inclination to typecast actors, stifling the creative potential of individuals. The McConaissance emerged as a cautionary narrative, spotlighting the entertainment business's myopic tendencies and its inclination to prioritize financial gains over artistic exploration. While Matthew McConaughey continued to dazzle audiences with his exceptional performances, a sotto voce chorus of remorse and recognition of missed opportunities reverberated through the corridors of Hollywood's power structure. The realization dawned that McConaughey's resurgence was not a mere return to the limelight, but rather a demonstration of the profound impact of authentic artistic expression and the tangible rewards that accompany the willingness to take creative risks. Amidst the unfolding McConaissance, the actor himself maintained a diplomatic stance regarding his past struggles. With a graceful demeanor, he openly acknowledged that the initial rejection by Hollywood had become the catalyst for his metamorphosis. It had impelled him to pursue roles that genuinely tested his abilities as an actor. In a testament to his resilience, he credited the challenging experience with fortifying his determination and honing his professional focus. The actor's magnanimous perspective underscored not only his personal growth, but also the industry's potential for transformation when confronted with the consequences of its own restrictive practices. McConaughey's triumphant return to Hollywood's A-list was met with admiration and respect from both his peers and his fans. His heartfelt Oscar acceptance speech served as a powerful testament to the resilience and determination that had fueled his remarkable journey. He expressed gratitude for the support he had received during his career transformation, acknowledging that he owed his success to those who believed in his talent when the industry seemed unwilling to do so. As the McConaissance unfolded, Hollywood seemed to undergo its own soul-searching. McConaughey's experience prompted discussions about the need for greater diversity and inclusivity in casting decisions. The actor's journey challenged Hollywood to break free from the shackles of typecasting and to embrace a more open-minded approach to talent. In the years that followed, McConaughey continued to deliver compelling performances, proving that his McConaissance was not a fleeting moment of success, but a genuine transformation. His dedication to his craft and willingness to take risks solidified his status as one of Hollywood's most respected and sought-after actors. Meanwhile, fans have applauded Matthew for standing up to the Hollywood elites. An actor brave enough to speak out even though he will be in the minority among his peers. "I applaud his courage," one person commented. Yet as McConaughey flourished in his newfound success, his relationship with his mother was suffering significantly. As reported by People, after show business took over the actor's life, he realized that his mom was dazzled by her son's newfound fame. The actor explained that after becoming a celebrity, even something as simple as his regular weekly calls with his mother were affected. He said, "Mother wasn't answering the phone. A fan of my fame was answering the phone." Moreover, McConaughey was trying to figure out ways to get used to being famous when things took a turn for the worse once he figured out that some of the things he shared with his mom would later end up becoming news stories. "I was trying to find my own balance with fame and stuff, and I would share things with her. Some of those things I would share might show up in the 6 o'clock news 3 days later," McConaughey revealed. This caused a rift between the two, and McConaughey was estranged from his mother for a long time. 8 years, to be precise. They eventually worked things out and started speaking again, but it took the actor a long time to get over what happened. But despite all this, Matthew McConaughey has, on occasion, found himself at the center of controversy, with one of the most notorious incidents occurring in 1999 when he was arrested. In his memoir, McConaughey delves into the night that led to his arrest, providing a vivid account of the events that unfolded. According to McConaughey's recollection, on that particular night, he made the spontaneous decision to strip down, open his windows wide, and immerse himself in the captivating African melodic beats of Henri Dikongue playing through his home speakers. Engrossed in his own musical jam session, little did he know that, unbeknownst to him, 2 Austin policemen perceived it as the opportune moment to intrude into his residence without warning. Describing the shocking turn of events, McConaughey vividly portrays the intrusion, stating that the police, armed with nightsticks, forcibly wrestled him to the ground, handcuffed him, and pinned him to the floor. It was at this point that the actor was informed of his arrest on charges of disturbing the peace, possession of marijuana, and resisting arrest. In response, McConaughey defiantly retorted, "F you, MF, you broke into my house. F yeah, I resisted." He made a deliberate choice not to cover himself, using his nudity as a form of protest to assert that he was simply enjoying his private moment. As the arrest unfolded, McConaughey vividly recalls the physical altercation, mentioning how he attempted to ascend a wall only to be forcefully slammed back onto the brick footpath by one of the arresting officers, a moment etched in his memory. To add to the surreal nature of the incident, he observed the presence of 6 illuminated police cars and approximately 40 curious neighbors witnessing the spectacle. Despite the dramatic arrest, the legal aftermath proved less severe than one might expect. McConaughey, in the end, faced a mere $50 fine. The incident, however, took on a life of its own in the public eye, with bongo naked t-shirts flooding the streets of Austin just 2 days later. In any case, despite Matthew McConaughey's considerable success in the entertainment industry, there has always been an underlying sense of unfulfilled ambition, a yearning for something more.
I wouldn't say it buys you happiness, though. It can buy you access to things you may want. And then, like anybody, you also keep an eye on those things you want.
This sentiment was underscored by The Guardian in 2018 when they shed light on McConaughey's perpetual belief that the visions he harbors in his dreams surpass the reality he experiences. In his own words, he expressed, "I've never done a film that's lived up to what I imagined it could be." This candid admission offers a glimpse into McConaughey's high standards and his continuous pursuit of excellence. McConaughey's self-assessment reflects a penchant for self-critique and a refusal to rest on his laurels. Despite having been a part of numerous films that he genuinely loves and respects, the actor's introspection reveals that he remains his harshest critic. There is an implicit understanding that, while he acknowledges instances where he delivered commendable performances, he has yet to encounter a project that transcended the realms of the ordinary and left an indelible mark on his own standards of extraordinary. Moreover, McConaughey's discerning attitude toward his own work suggests a relentless pursuit of perfection, a desire to elevate each cinematic endeavor to the pinnacle of his creative aspirations. The acknowledgement of merely doing a decent job doesn't seem to satisfy his insatiable appetite for pushing artistic boundaries. This relentless pursuit of an elusive cinematic ideal reveals a man driven by an intrinsic motivation to surpass his own expectations. All in all, Matthew McConaughey's remarkable journey serves as a reminder of the power of perseverance and authenticity in an industry that can be both alluring and unforgiving. Anyway, that's it for this video, folks. Bye.